request Dr. Saurabh Sharma, Director Asian Education Group, to please give the welcome address to all of us. Please put your hands together for Dr. Saurabh Sharma.
Good afternoon, everyone. So first of all, I would like to welcome all of you, the students today, to the 15th annual orientation ceremony of the prestigious two-year PhDM program at Asian Business School. I think today, students, it's a big, big day for you. And the start of something really great and auspicious. So I hope this turns out to be the way you are thinking it to be coming out of the next 2 years. I would also firstly like to mention the presence of somebody who has, who actually needs no introduction. He's somebody who has given people hope to become something really great in life. He's somebody who has been a role model to, I would say, each and every one of you sitting over here today. And it's none other than Mr. Aman Gupta. So firstly, let's have a huge round of applause for him. I think since the time we got to know that Mr. Gupta will be a part of this particular orientation, I could feel the energy and the buzz which was already being sensed in the organization. Just like everybody, I was equally excited to have him be here, and I'm all ears today, wanting to listen to him. So thank you, sir, for gracing us with your presence here today. I would also like to thank our president, Dr. Sandeep Marwa, because he's not just been a visionary, but then I always say that having had the privilege of meeting him over the last 17 years of my journey in this organization, it's every day been, or every meeting been, some kind of learning happening in a said, unsaid way from him. So thank you again, sir, for making us reach this level, because this won't have been possible without your support. Thank you, sir. Also, my colleagues, Dr. Lalitavir Srivastava and Dr. Gurdeep Singh Raina, I think it's a teamwork, and that's how anything gets created. So thank you so much. And also, obviously, the faculty and staff members, Dean Dr. Shweta Batra, and every single person associated behind Asian Business School. Students, you would never remember or have the memories of the first day you spent at school, because your parents took that decision, and it was nothing which you can say that you kind of made it a part of your journey. But this decision you've taken now to be a part of Asian Business School is something which is very well your own. It is something which I think is going to be inked in an invisible way in your persona, your CV, your profile, or your life ahead forever. Like, you are now a part of Asian Business School. This is, trust me, a forever thing. And I hope that this journey, which begins today, yields something which probably we desire for you, your parents desire for you, and you desire for yourself. Today, I don't want to touch upon the fact that speaks about the business part, because we have a stalwart here. I don't want to talk about how you should take up anything to do with work, career, corporate life, managerial roles, startups, because I think there's somebody way, way qualified than me to speak upon that part. But then one thing which I want to stay or take your attention to is the fact that how these 2 years can be a huge benefit for you in the coming times. People feel that probably, yes, I also agree to a fact that education never ends, learning never ends. But then if we talk about the formal educational journey or phases in India or abroad as well, it's your schooling, it's your graduation, then it's your post-graduation. And this for you is the post-graduation. Yes, there is PhD on the cards, there's a lot of independent research on the cards, but formal education, yes, post-graduation is it. And after this, most of you, I know some of you I've met, some of you I've not met, but the counselors have kind of briefed me, or future plans are wanting to do something in the corporate world for a few years, then maybe start something of your own, or straight away start something of your own which you already have thought of. So the thing is that it's important for you to realize the importance of this 2-year phase. How? Because all of you are coming with certain traits. There could be traits which you would rate yourself 10 on 10 on. There could be certain traits which could be 7 on 10. There could be certain traits which could be 5 on 10, or maybe below than that as well. When I say traits, I would also kind of relate it to buckets in a way that there could be a trait of public speaking. There could be a trait of knowledge. There could be a trait of general awareness. There could be a trait of how quickly can you materialize your ideas into execution, because everybody has free will to think a lot. But then the key fact is execution. What I feel over my 17 years being spent with a lot of MBA, PhD students over here is the fact that it sometimes gets too late for you to realize that what you could have achieved in these 2 years over here. And once you enter the business world or the corporate world, what happens is that you're on to work, you're on to PPTs and tasks, and your bosses are expecting you to do a lot of things. But then what happens is that you don't get that much time to equip yourself or fill up those buckets, which probably you could do in these 2 years, which are now starting from today. So I would say that you have all the resources here. Every single component of this 2-year education can give you or can make you get rid of the fear of climbing onto this stage and delivering to all the other 300 odd batchmates of yours. But then how many of you have that confidence now? You very well know, keeping a hand on your heart. Similarly, it could be a lot of other things as well, which you feel that you're weak upon, and we know that you have to work upon it. It's just like when you plan your workout, and today I think it's a buzzword, because in such times in India, you need to keep yourself fit. So what happens is there is certain part of your workout or your muscle or something which is weaker, and that is what you repeat twice a week. That is something which is more focused from your end. Similarly, I think this is the best time for you to equip yourself and fill up that bucket, whichever is missing or is half filled, where you feel your traits are slightly lacking. Because after this, you might just do it, but then it might just be too much on the plate. If done, I think straight away when you enter the business world or the corporate world after 2 years, you are ready. Because success is something which you attract. Success is something which you get to yourself by becoming attractive. And when I say attractive, I just don't mean to say the physical part. I mean to say your traits and qualities. So realizing the fact that this 2-year journey which you will be having in the premises just behind you in the campus could be something where you walk out with what probably you have not walked in. And that will make a huge difference for you if some people out of you, or I hope everybody is able to understand. Also, beyond this, I would say that not just here, it could be in a subtle way in the college where, yes, there could be certain projects you make and you just kind of not just take help, but go beyond that as well, and just doing it with a very half-hearted approach with the help of certain friends or chat GPTs or certain people back at home. But then it's not something which is suggestible. Why? Because at the end of the day, there's no point faking anything. At the end of the day, your goal over here is to not just get a degree after 2 years. Your goal over here is to work out with something which you didn't enter with. And that has to be clearly understood by all of you. Choose, obviously, the harder right in the college, beyond the college, or in life, than the easier wrong. Because maybe it sounds or seems quite easy to just skip through or bypass or something, but trust me, eventually something which is harder but right will always make you achieve and be on the right track, because you don't want to develop a wishbone in case of a backbone. I think you just need to focus upon the fact that you have to choose the harder path, but the correct one. Also, you all have a lot of other batchmates sitting next to you. I know you maybe are not aware about them. We have a lot of games and activities planned in the latter part of the day where you get to interact with them eventually, starting from today. I don't know how many of you have ever heard or seen those podcasts or stories, but then you could find the co-founder of your eventual business or startup over here, because that's where people have found their co-founders. And I'm not just looking at straight away you figuring out in such a way, but then know your batchmates, try to form a camaraderie with the people who have like-mindedness, who have a similar approach, because they say that if you want to walk fast, you can walk alone. But if you want to walk for long, it's always better to walk together. So these people who are sitting next to you could be the ones who could be a part of your major journey in the coming years as well. So keep these facts in mind, and I think we from our end at Asian Women's School will try to give our best to you. Understand one thing, that your success is what we also would want, because that's equally relatable to Asian Business School success as well. A proud alumni is what any B school would crave. So there's lot to gather, there's lot to take. So it's up to you how you commence this particular journey over here today. But all my best wishes are with you. We are there to support you, and I wish that someday we also have a very proud alumni of ours sitting over here as a chief guest, just like Mr. Aman, and we also are able to replicate a similar story. Thank you so much. God bless you.